All right, this video is going to cover how to do a regression in our XLMiner. So this is for either Web Excel or Google Sheets. I can see I'm in Web Excel. First thing I'm going to do, I have to actually activate my XLMiner. So I'm going to go to my Home tab and my add-ins. If you don't have it popping up here, you'll need to search for it. I'm going to get that activated. Now I'm doing a regression. So remember, the first thing we have to do whenever we're doing a regression is we have to identify what is the y variable and what is the x variable. So in this case, my y variable is what I am predicting. And that is going to be first year college GPA. The x is what I am using to predict. And in this case, it's going to be my high school GPA. I always tell people to note what is your x, what is your y, okay? So whenever we get over here, we see there are two regressions. I'm going to use linear regression for this one. The y range, okay, what did I decide my y was? College GPA. So that's what I'm going to put there. My x range is my high school GPA. Again, I am matching these labels. I'm keeping that labels box checked. My confidence interval, leave that checked. My output, I'm just going to put it there, and then everything else can remain unchecked. When I click OK, it's going to give me my output. Now, I can go ahead and close this since we're done. So I'm going to make this smaller so I can see my output in total. Okay, so here's my output for my regression. This is similar to the correlations that we did last week, except it's just part of it. So here's what I need. I need to know that because that is the correlation value. In other words, it tells me the strength of the correlation. Remember, the higher the correlation, the better the predictor. I need my R squared. This is my percent of the variance that high school GPA accounts for in my college GPA. I also need my 2 degrees of freedom and this F value and this significance. Now, looking at that significance, is that less than 0.05? That is less than 0.05. That means we reject the null and say that high school GPA can be used to predict college GPA. The last two things I need are over here. Since this is less than 0.05, I am going to have to write my regression equation. Here's my coefficients that I need. Okay, so that is how you do the regression in the XLMiner. Remember, this is a linear regression. Okay, in my next video, I will talk about how to write this up in APA format.